Welcome to DarkWhispers AI, where reality cracks just enough to let something else shine through. Tonight, we follow a story so strange, so deeply buried in secrecy, that it could be dismissed as pure fiction. But what if it isn't? What if the US government really did open portals to other dimensions? What if time travel wasn't just theory, but something they tested on children? This is the chilling story of the Montauk Project, the conspiracy that inspired Stranger Things and continues to haunt the edge between science and science fiction. It begins with an abandoned Air Force station in Montauk, New York. The site was once a functioning radar base during the Cold War, known as Camp Hero. But by the early 1980s, strange rumors began to spread. Whispers that the base had been reactivated in secret for black-budget experiments the public would never be allowed to see. The claims came from men like Preston B. Nichols, an electrical engineer who said he recovered suppressed memories of working at Montauk. Memories involving time travel, psychic warfare, and children with supernatural abilities. Nichols described Project Montauk as an offshoot of the infamous Philadelphia experiment, the alleged 1943 attempt to make the Navy destroyer USS Eldridge invisible to radar. That experiment, according to some accounts, tore a hole in space-time. Montauk, Nichols claimed, was created to study and expand that phenomenon. At the core of Montauk was something called the Montauk Chair, a device said to amplify psychic energy. A test subject would sit in the chair, enter a trance, and visualize objects or events. And then, those things would appear. Not metaphorically, literally. Nichols claimed one boy visualized a monster so terrifying it materialized inside the base, a creature of rage that destroyed equipment and triggered an evacuation. He also claimed some children were sent through portals, wormholes, to other places, and other times. When they returned, they were never quite the same. The test subjects, mostly children, were allegedly homeless or taken from troubled backgrounds. They were known only by numbers. They were tested for psychic ability, pushed to mental limits, and some, it said, were never seen again. Nichols said he eventually broke free from the program after regaining memories and being plagued by migraines, strange dreams, and missing time. He wasn't alone. Al Bilek, another man with an eerily similar story, claimed he too had been part of Montauk, and even of the original Philadelphia experiment. Bielek said he and his brother were transported through a rift in space-time and landed in 1983 inside Montauk, where they were used in further experiments before being returned to their original timeline, with their memories suppressed. Both men described vast underground tunnels beneath Camp Hero, rooms filled with advanced technology, alien-like machinery, and something called the Time Tunnel, an unstable gateway that could be opened to different points in history or into other dimensions. Skeptics, of course, dismiss it all as fantasy. They point to lack of physical evidence, no declassified documents, no photos, no credible witnesses. But believers argue that's the point. Montauk was a black operation. It was designed to be deniable. And maybe that's why the base remains, even today, under heavy restriction. It's technically a state park now, but the old radar tower still stands. Locals say strange noises echo from beneath the earth. People report being followed, their phones glitching, GPS failing. Dogs refuse to enter the area. Tourists who wander too close to the sealed entrances often report a low-frequency hum, like a machine buried beneath the soil, still running, still waiting. Some believe the experiments never stopped, that Montauk was only one site in a larger network, a grid of locations around the world, all linked by something far beyond radar or physics, something designed to manipulate not just minds, but reality itself. So, is it all a hoax? A sci-fi fantasy gone viral? Or is it one of the few true stories to ever escape the classified vaults of deep black science? The lines are blurred. Even Stranger Things was originally pitched under the name Montauk. The Duffer Brothers have admitted that the show drew directly from the legend. Psychic kids, portals, government secrecy, and monsters from other dimensions. And that raises a terrifying possibility. What if the fiction is based on more fact than we're allowed to know? What if there are children right now, grown up or hidden away, who remember what happened at Montauk? What if something was opened there and never closed? We may never know the full truth, because sometimes truth isn't buried. It's locked behind fences, disguised as myth and dismissed as madness, until one day it knocks on the door of reality and asks to be let in. Let us know in the comments what you believe. Is Montauk a hoax, or the tip of a much darker iceberg? And don't forget to subscribe to DarkWhispers AI, where even the impossible gets investigated.